All right. So today, as I mentioned at the end of the last lesson, that we're going to look at some restrictions. Um, so permutations with restrictions. So in previously, you put anything anywhere, and it doesn't matter what you put where. But if you then have some particular restrictions that you want, and there could be all sorts of different reasons for that. The best thing to do is to deal with the restrictions first. And the other thing that I mentioned about the box method, often that's the box method's good. So here's an example. So how many arrangements of the word Darwin begin and end in a vowel? So there's lots of arrangements. So there's 6 of them. So there's 6 factorial arrangements altogether. But vowels, there's just the A and the I, which is 2 of them. And the others, I'll call them the others because I can't be bothered writing consonants, which is D, R, W, and N. There's 4 of them. So because there's 6 letters, whoops, I don't want to do that at the moment. Because there's 6 letters, I'll draw 6 boxes. One, two, too many boxes. All right. Let me fix that up. That's better. 6 boxes. Now, what we want, it says here, begin and end in a vowel. So we want a vowel and a vowel. All right, so we have 2 of them. So to put in the first box here, we've got 2 to choose from. Then when we get to last box, there's only 1 left because we've already used 1 of them. All right, then I'll change the colours. We'd go to the others, and the others in the middle here. But we've got no more vowels, we've only got 2 of them. If we had more vowels, then we would have had a little bit of extra complication to the question, but in this case, we've used all our vowels, and all the others, what we've got left over here is only the others, and so we've just got 4 to choose from, 3, 2, and 1. So from that then, our number of arrangements is 2 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times 1, which when you work out that's 48. All right. So next restriction that we've got is, say, if we've got items that are grouped together. So as it says here, it's just the suggestion is treat each group as a single item. All right, so if, for example, above here we wanted the vowels together, then we would put them together and treat them as a single thing. All right, so we had 6 letters above. If we want the vowels together, so we've got the vowels and 4 others, so then we've got 5 things we're arranging. And then we may be able to flip those things in between themselves, but we'll get to that when I get to the example. So treat a single, which is what I've just mentioned. So then multiply by the number of arrangements in each group. So the example I've got here that we're going to use is how many ways can 2 chemistry, 4 physics, and 5 biology books be arranged on a shelf if the books of each subject are kept together. So there's 3 subjects, so we have 3 groups. Right? So 3 groups can go in 3 factorial ways. Then for chem, we've got 2 books. So we could have them this way or this way. All right, so that's 2 factorial ways. Physics, because there's 4 of them, there's 4 factorial ways that you could arrange them amongst themselves. And bio, and because there's 5 factorial ways that you could arrange them. So our total number of ways is simply the multiplication of all of those things. The 3 groups, the chem books, the physics books, and the bio books. And then when you do that, that's a calculator job. 3, 4, 5, 60 different ways that you could arrange those books. All right. Here's another example of a similar thing I kind of mentioned before. How many arrangements of the word equals are there if the vowels are kept together? So our vowels, there's E, U, and A. So for the vowels, that's 3 factorial ways. There's no restriction on our consonants, so no restriction. On consonants. Hope I spelled it right. So what we have then is 3 consonants plus the vowel group, which is 4 things that we need to arrange. And so our total number of ways then is the number of ways that we can arrange those 4 things times by the number of ways that the vowels could be arranged amongst themselves. And then, of course, that's 144 ways that we could arrange the letters of the word equals so that the 3 vowels are all together. Okay, so as always, have fun.